Alright, we're recording now. That's awesome. Sit down real quick. Check and see if I got everything right. Let's get in a little closer. Say something.
Hi.
So, I'm definitely making me a boom. I'm making one.
Yeah, like the boomstick.
Yeah, I'm gonna make one.
Oh shit.
Wait, I'm sorry. If you could design and build a room of your own, what would it be like?
Well, probably be a studios. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could build me a room from scratch and put everything that I wanted into it, essentially it'd be like a studio, but it wouldn't just be like for music. It'd also be for like me painting or wanting to like draw or like all kinds of things. It would just be my perfect relaxed space, you know.
I have an ecosystem.
An ecosystem?
A whole ecosystem.
Oh shit. Look at you. Man, I feel like I limited myself a little bit now. Holy shit.
With a king size bed, like right in the middle, and just like, and it's lifted. Like say like it's lifted. You know what I mean? It's like it's lifted, but around it you have a whole, what's it called? Like a river with fish in it.
Hell yeah. If I could find a way to mesh outside with inside and still have like a sterile space, bro, that would be dope. Hell yeah.
That'd be my little getaway spot. I can go swimming with the fishes. I can fucking have like a little rainforest in that motherfucker, you know.
Hell yeah. I don't know if I'd go swim with the fishes and shit, cause you know like they swim in their own bathroom. So.
Oh yeah, you're right. I can have purified system in that motherfucker, so it cleans everything.
Yeah, it's an oil filtration system attached to it. Hell yeah. Fucking. That's what I need to do. I need to clip this up one.
Yeah.
You know. Like I think that's like a big difference between like mindsets when it comes down to like growing up and shit like that, you know? Like when you're young, when you're dumb, it's like how can I have more of this? How can I have more time so I can continue doing this? And then as the years go on, bro, it turns into like how can I make those little moments like really count? You know what I'm saying? Like you stop thinking about like, oh damn, man, I wish I could just be home and play the game. Well, now you have like, you're an adult now, so if you want to just sit down and play the game, you can, you know? Yeah. But then, you know, it turns into, well, damn, I played the game all day, so now I feel like I wasted my day. Or even if you're not the type of person who feels like they waste their day because they're playing the game all day, bro, like just those moments where you turn back and you look over everything that you did throughout the day and you tell yourself, hey, I could have did this or I could have did that, bro. Like there turns into more moments like that, and that's just part of what I was saying, bro. Like the meaning of life, like it's not to be immortal. It's not to have more time. It's to really figure out what you do, so that mark on the world, so that whenever they refer back to you, it's like that's who he was.
Oh,
hell yeah, bro. They call it leaving your mark for a reason, bro. Like. Too many people, bro, they worry about like what life can give them now, and stuff like that, and that's why you get so many young people, bro, that lack.
They feel entitled.
Yeah, you know, they lack the patience, bro, because like instant gratification is such a like intimate thing with our culture right now. You know what I'm saying? We got computers, we got laptops, we got cell phones, and all of these things do the same thing. When it used to be like growing up, bro, it was like, yo, if I want a laptop so I could do blah blah blah, I'm saving up to get that laptop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I want the best microphone, if I want headphones that do this or do that, bro, you're pointing yourself towards that goal. But now it's like there's so many substitute for things that, you know, like people like instead of like being able to say, hey, I'm gonna go towards that, it's gonna be like, what can I use in the meantime until I feel like I can have that? Yeah. And that just feeds into that entitlement that you're talking about, and that like feeling of it, like that need for instant gratification when it comes down to little things. Even with hobbies, bro, like hobbies aren't the same anymore, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
For the nigga who likes to build models, that those options are very limited now, because it's like, okay, well, you know, now we got all kinds of shit you can order online. You can't go to the hobby shop and like interact and socialize.
Amazon,
like,
though. Yeah, Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, Amazon's a cool thing, but, like, I don't know. Like, growing up for me, bro, like, the in-store experience was always, like, a big part of it.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? Like being in there, getting to see stuff, and it was like really what captures your eye, what, like, makes you feel something like, I don't care what nobody says, bro, like, even shoe shopping, bro, like, all these motherfuckers can, like, go and order all these shoes and shit, and it's like, yeah, you get the convenience of being able to sit home and be there.
It's the adventure.
You know? But you never have that feeling of going to the store, sitting down, talking with people that are there, like, trying them on, seeing them on yourself, and, you know, like, walking around, getting a feel for them, actually, like, being like, hey, I really like this. Instead, you're like, that looks cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna take a chance on it. You know? That being said, bro, I will say, bro, like, our generation in particular are risk takers, you know? They're more willing to take risks, but it's certain risk. So, like, the same people who grew up with the parents that are like, yo, don't do drugs. Don't do drugs because I can tell you from experience, drugs are bad for you. Now we're the, like, I gotta try it. You know?
Yeah.
We're the generation of, yeah, man, like, I'm under 30. I've tried just about everything under the sun. I know which ones work for me, I know which one doesn't. You know, like, we have, like, this constant need to numb ourselves from the shit that, like, seems like it's going to be, like, I don't know, hard. Like, people are scared of hard now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, people are scared of dealing with shit that, like, literally, like, builds and defines you. That stuff is, like, too soul shaking for a lot of people. So that's why you run into people nowadays and be like, yeah, man, like, I went through this, went through that, and you kind of, like, have to listen with, like, half ears and, like, sort through all their bullshit and stuff, because it's like, you can tell, bro, when you talk to somebody and they've been like, yo, man, I was going through this shit and everything. It's like, bro, but you ain't really been in shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell, bro, like, motherfuckers who have, like, really had to, like, press themselves to figure out how to make something work, bro. Like, they move different. They do. Yeah, like, they move different. They talk different.
Yeah, people who've gone through certain things, you know, they're more observant.
Yeah, bro.
They're more observant.
Like, even when, like, recalling or trying to, like, speak on it, like, you know, like, the feeling itself, bro, like, it resonates differently. So it's like, you know, it's the same with music. You can tell if there's an artist that you like that kind of just does shit, just do shit, and then the one that's like, literally, I'm trying to spit my soul out on this whole shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like a different feeling all entirely. But I feel like I'm, like, bouncing around and shit. But, like,
good, bro.
To bring it full circle, bro, it was like, if I had to talk about, like, exactly what I'm trying to accomplish in my life personally, bro, it's like, I always tell people the same shit, bro. It's like, as long as, like, I still got my health, as long as my kids is straight, bro, and as long as I'm making this music shit and, like, it's really, like, reaching somebody, bro, like, I can keep doing this forever, you know? Even if I don't make $1 million, even if, you know, like, everything else seems to fall out of place, like, shit, I lose all the studio stuff tomorrow, I can still, like, find somewhere down the road where I'm going to end up in my phone, on my pad, whatever, bro, like, trying to do this shit, because this shit is, like, literally what's got me, like, to where I am now, underlying everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, this chase, this dissatisfaction that I have with the reality around me, bro. Just like, I create. I'm a creator. I feel like us as creators, if you believe in God, universe, or whatever higher power is out there, bro, like, are the closest things to that. Because we literally harness the energy and the, like, visuals around us, and we put them into a medium that everyone can consume. You know? Whether it be visual, or it be, like, you know, sonic, you know, like it's all, like, our way of tapping into, like, whatever's out there and, like, giving it a tangible form. So I'm sure you've had a moment where you, like, were thinking about something, bro, and you thought that was, like, really dope, or you like you heard the song, you were like, man, if I heard it like this, bro, that'd be really cool. And then next thing you know, you turn around, or it might be a little bit further down the road, and it actually manifests itself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you hear something that's like similar. It might not be exactly like how you imagined it, but you find something that's pretty like similar. And it's like weird because it's like, yo, like I was just thinking something like this would be dope, and now it's there. I believe that has a lot to do with like our ability to put things out there and absorb things.
So watch this, right? I was just saying this to myself today, right? It was let's say I have an idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means 10 motherfuckers got the same idea.
Mm-hmm.
One of them gonna act on it, and then bam, there you go. I see it. That one person acted on it.
Yeah, and like even if you like when you take something like that, bro, if you apply it against like inventors and shit like that, like they have the same mentality. Like what makes an inventor like really an inventor? The fact that he takes these ideas and he has to put them into action. That's part of him as a being.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you need people like that. You need those creators. You need those inventors. You need those people that put things into action. Otherwise, we have all this clouded energy of like ideas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine if the dude who decided to like, you know, take that burning stick and create fire for himself, you know what I'm saying? Or like decided to take those rocks and figure out like how to create fire. Like, just was like, that'd be a cool idea. Went about his business.
Maybe this works.
Maybe this works. Like just settled on the maybe, or like or that it could.
But at least he tried and he put it out. Like, so he just tried, you know.
Yeah, and even if he tried and failed, somebody else tried after him and succeeded, and that's because that mental energy was there. And it was like us as like people who are innovators in whatever field, or who are like more creatively inclined than the average person, bro. Like our job's literally taking the wisp in the like cosmic universe and channel it through ourselves, and then like I said before, man, giving it a tangible form. So we literally like, you know, you have an idea that hits you, bro, out of nowhere, bro, but we act on it. Mm-hmm. And that's what gives us so much power. Like the fact that we can take those ideas and give them a form. Like that's God work. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like they're brave. So people like us are brave.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's like, at this point, I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm doing this, you know.
And that's another thing, bro. Like circling back, bro. If we look at like how generations have changed over the years, bro. Like we're a lot more self-conscious than we were back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, not so much in the conservative sense. Oh, I care what my neighbors think, but we care about looking a certain way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? How do I represent myself? Do I come off as authentic enough, or do I feel like everything I'm doing is really like representing me as a person, or representing what I think I stand for? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That constant battle with your own self-image, or like how the fuck you are perceived by everyone. It's gotten increasingly so, like more so because of the fact we have social media now. Yeah. We have the internet, so it's not just the eyes of your neighborhood or eyes of your community. Because it used to be, bro, if there's something that you want to do, neighborhood didn't enjoy it, bro, you just went and found somewhere
Yeah.
Neighbors weren't. You know what I'm saying? But neighbors can't see you, mama can't see you, bro. It don't matter what you're doing.
But now, like, that's the thing with social media too. We have groups, you know, people like, or like different apps for people just like that. People in your, like that are just like you. I mean, to help you like grow.
Yeah, and connectivity has definitely gone up. I mean, like, nobody can truly like look at their hometown as just their hometown. Like, nobody's hometown is their world anymore. Used to be the people that you looked up to in your neighborhood were the well-traveled ones, because they could tell you what life is like outside of where you're at. You know what I'm saying? So you found a deeper like reverence, or like a deeper a deeper need to understand like your elders and shit, because it was like they've gone places, they've done things you haven't done. Yeah. So like you need that. But now it's like, if I want to know what something is like, bro, I just look it up on the internet. Oh damn, I want to see a POV of what it's like to skydive. Motherfuckers can do that. They even have VR and augmented reality. You know what I'm saying? Like all those things, all those things are just ways for us to be able to package an experience and give it to the masses. They all started as really cool ideas, but on the flip side, we now have to dig that much harder to find something new, find something original, or like at least have the want within ourselves to create an experience and hold on to it for ourselves. You know, like, cause like even down to like how people experience things have changed. You know, like, oh, you're having a good time. How many times have you been in a room thinking to yourself, I'm having a good time, and you watch somebody like pull out their camera? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm getting on their phones and like, what y'all doing? Like, y'all are now everybody on their phone now. This is like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, they can be in the moment, but they can't really define that they had a good time unless they can show people afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's always been like a huge turnoff for me in social media, because it's like, even down to like food, sex, like basic things that motherfuckers like say they need and shit like that. Like, you can get force fed that shit without having to leave the comfort of your own home. Bro, we got fucking Grubhub and shit. You don't have to go to a restaurant anymore.
People getting lazy.
You know what I'm saying? Restaurant comes to you. Hell yeah, people been getting lazy, bro. It's more or less like, we've gotten to a state of comfortability and complacency, bro. Like,
I hate it.
You know what I'm saying?
If I get comfortable, I just like, I gotta go. Alright. I basically got in that mindset, don't get comfortable.
Yo, like, and even for me, bro, like, I constantly in a state of motion, bro. Like, even if it's not like physically, mentally, I'm always all over the place. So I always end up moving or fidgeting or having to like do something or find something to like go after. Huh?
Get a fidget spinner.
Oh yeah, I had one. Those are fucking great. I don't care what no one says. I know they had like a super dorky phase. My only issue was object permanence. I suck at it, so I left it somewhere and I lost it. And I definitely was not about to grab another one. They have another one, like, you ever seen like the fidget box?
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little cube and it's got like little dolls and shit.
All the things in that thing. Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. I had one of those for a couple of days and that shit was nice too, bro. Like, just being able to like fuck around with little pieces and shit, like it gives you a conduit for like all that mental and physical energy.
It's like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it gives you
structure.
Yeah, but like I would say, it focuses your mind. It focuses for me. Oh, best example for me is like if I'm supposed to be doing something. I didn't do a side mission. I ended up doing side missions. You feel me? This right here is basically a side mission that keeps me going forward, you know?
Yeah. And that's why I say like structure, because I mean, like, if you think about it, you know what I'm saying? What allows you to get a task done, you know, being able to get from point A to point B. There's steps. You know what I'm saying? For people like us, like I feel like you probably got diagnosed with ADHD at some point. ADD, hell yeah. For people like us, bro, it's easy to start off here, go here, go here, go here, go here, go here, go here, and then like we might eventually come back here, or we might be on something completely different. And what like little things like the fidget box, fidget spinner do is literally allow you to like slow down long enough to see the steps. Be like, okay, well, I want to get this done. Let me get this done. All right, I'm working on that, and like all the time while you have that like extra like energy that would be pushing you towards something else, the finished spirit kind of like just keeps you in rhythm, like you were saying, like a metronome. You know what I'm saying? That's your own personal metronome. It adds structure. I mean, even in a metronome itself, it adds structure to a song. It gives you a tempo.
Like talk with your hands, like we talk with our hands, cause it's like it keeps the rhythm. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to get into like Black history and stuff like that, bro, like we're rhythmic people, like down to the core. But I think everybody has like everybody has like an individual rhythm, you know, just like everybody has their own like energies, auras, and shit about them that like specific for them, even if it's very similar to somebody else. Like, there's nobody that's exactly like you. You know? It's fucking crazy. I don't know. I could talk about like shit like this all day, bro.
So we're gonna have good sit downs then. That's some good sit downs.
Yeah, man. Like, I think one of the biggest things like music kind of helped me do, like I put myself around people that helped me like be able to explore those parts of my brain and like be able to actually voice my opinion in like a coherent and audible way. Like, so it's like the same way I have to work on music, work on my like breathing, work on like how I recognize sounds and stuff like that. Like having a conversation with somebody is the same exact thing. You look for certain signals, you look for certain things within the conversation, within the setting, the atmosphere that kind of like keeps things progressing. And it's so crazy. Like as I started figuring out how I'm supposed to like tune into those things in order to keep like a conversation going, like I can incorporate it into music, because music more or less can be seen as a conversation between you and beat, or you and a whole nother person, or the song and another person, bro. Like how the conversation is perceived is just depending on the person, you know. Like, you ever had a song you were like super into, not necessarily popular, but you were super into it, and you showed it to somebody else, and you were like,
it was on my frequency though. It was on my frequency.
There you go. So you know what I'm saying? That shit was like tuned to you. That conversation like hit you for whatever reason, whether it was like you were going through something that was similar in the song, or you just like connected with the song like purely off of sonics, bro. Like it just felt like different. It felt like it was meant for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like being able to like, I don't know. I feel like being a musician is sort of like being a translator. Being a musician, being a songwriter is just like being a translator for another language. You're literally interpreting like how you hear music into something that everybody else can understand too. You know?